Real plumber finds over $600,000 in Joel Osteen's megachurch wall. This is going to be crazy. Hang out to the end and I'll tell you what I think the plumber should have done. If you're new here or you've been here before but you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss out on anything. And if you know any plumbers or other tradespeople, please share this video with them to see what they think. Okay, so first of all, we've seen the news. A plumber working at one of Joel Osteen's mega churches, the offices or something, goes to work on a toilet, tries to take the toilet off and part of the wall falls in.
A caller who recently did some plumbing work at Lakewood Church dropped a bombshell.
There was a loose toilet in the wall, and we removed the tile. Well, they removed the tile. Went to go remove the toilet, and I moved some insulation away, and about 500 envelopes fell out of the wall.
You're pulling a toilet. Now, I mean, come on, seriously. We've seen the crazy videos of stuff that we've found in the sewers, in the wall of a church.
It's not been easy for me. It has not been easy for me. And, you know, I started off in Brooklyn. My father gave me a small loan of $1 million. I came into Manhattan.
Okay, this is kind of crazy. Can you imagine being a plumber? You pull a toilet off, part of the wall falls. First of all, you think, uh-oh. Then these envelopes start falling out and there's cash and checks and all kinds of things in them. First of all, my question is for you, what would you do? Do me a favor and leave me a comment down below. What would you do? Would you report it? Would you kind of ease through the envelopes and see how much cash you can pull out before you report it? If your apprentice is there, do you feel a need to share it with him? The question is, what would you do? Now, this plumber actually calls the radio station because of a question that they asked.
George Lindsay, co-host of the morning show for the Morning Bullpen at 100.3 The Bull, is talking about this morning's segment.
And we've been talking about things that you found of value, and we have been blown away.
Well, I got to tell you, finding $600,000 is something that's never happened to me. So no, I'll be honest, I've never had this problem, but this is kind of cool. You find $600,000 in the wall, what do you do? I mean, right here, now I don't know when this exactly happened, but here we are 3 weeks before Christmas. I'm thinking, you know, hey, Christmas may look pretty good this year. I'm thinking, maybe not. Say you're in the bathroom alone. It's just you, you're in there working, you pull the toilet. Think about it. Nobody comes in and hangs out and watches the plumber. Unless it's that helicopter customer right above your shoulder. But here's the deal. What do? If you find that much money, number one, that's got to blow your mind. Are you worried about the wall now? Or are you worried about the money? Now, make sure you stick around to the end because I'm going to tell you exactly what I would have done. Remember that. You're going to get to hear my side. Okay, so next question. Should the plumber get a reward? I mean, think about it. I think that I heard that there was a $25,000 reward issued whenever all this came up missing. Now, granted, it's been a few years, but still, 7 years ago,
Shut the
does a reward end? Do they say, well, this reward is good for 90 days? I mean, think about it. That's still $600,000 that, as far as I know, you can still spend. It's real money. Maybe not the checks, but the money is. So my thought process is 25 grand for a reward. That seems like a very small finder's fee. The insurance company, if it was covered, is going to get their money back. Why wouldn't they want to give somebody 25 grand for giving them 600 grand? I mean, man, kind of adds up. Should he be paid a reward? He's there as an employee. He's there working. He is being hired to do a job. But then again, most people's jobs are not to find $600,000. If my job was to find it, I'd be saying, well, I want a little bit more than 12 bucks an hour or whatever it is you're paying me. Hopefully he's making more than that. Should he get a reward? Would you expect a reward if you found $600,000?
That is a lot of guacamole, a lot of the green.
Did you hear me? $600,000. Man, I could almost buy a new mega church with that. Well, probably not. I mean, I'm thinking if I'm turning in 600 grand, somebody ought to hand me a check for something. Especially if they lost it and I found it. That's kind of neat. Where's my check? I found cash. Where's my cash?
Dude. What are you doing? Huel. Hey, quit screwing around. We are here to do a job.
So now the next thing I want to know, is what is the craziest thing you've ever found while plumbing or any other trade? I had an HVAC guy call me one day. He was actually over working on a house that I had grown up in. And he calls me and says, Roger, man, I just found a picture of you. I'm like, what do you mean? He said, man, there's a picture of you and this girl at an event. And I was working in an attic, and it was up in an attic under a piece of cardboard that was laying there. He said, I picked up this cardboard to move it over, and there it was. He's like, man, I know this guy. I found some crazy things in the sewer, but nothing that there was ever a reward for, I promise. Matter of fact, the things that I found in the sewer, they wanted to keep going down the sewer. Never found anything crazy like that. Sometimes you find tools, you're under a crawl space, you find a beer bottle, a pair of channel locks, syringe that somebody left in the meter box. You find some weird stuff every now and then, but nothing worth $600,000. Nothing that I ever thought, man, there might be a reward for this. But things like this do happen. Okay, not to me. So my question is, what's the craziest thing you've ever found? If you have a story, anything like that, do me a favor, please leave me a comment down below and let me know what it is. Have you ever found 600 grand? I haven't. I really would like to talk to you. My first question to you was, what would you do? Would you report it or not? Question number 2, do you expect a reward? Some people do, some people don't. It is what it is. Question number 3, what's the strangest thing you've ever found? And it can be for any trade. You don't just have to be a plumber. Now, let's get down to me. What would I do? Man, I think the guy did the right thing. Number 1, you're in a church. You're in the house of God. And you find $600,000. Well, if you take it, is that kind of like stealing from God? You're taking it right out of his house. Kind of a way to look at it. My thing is, I think the dude did the right thing. He called somebody, reported it, said, hey guys, look what I found, yada, yada, yada. I would have taken pictures, videos, all kinds of stuff to put on my own social media. I'd have reported it to the news to let them know.
I'm putting you on the news. I'm putting you on the news.
I'd have done some cool stuff with it, but the guy did the right thing. He actually let the church know, hey guys, look, I was working on the toilet. This came crumbling and tumbling out of the wall. Merry Christmas to y'all. Anyway, let me know what you do. I'd love to hear your comments below. And if you ever find anything like this, do me a favor. Take pictures, take videos, put it over on my subreddit at Roger Wakefield Posts. I'd love to put it in a video and share it with the world. Let me know what you think and what you found. I'm Roger Wakefield, Lead AP, the expert plumber. I'll see you in the next video if you don't get flushed or hidden in the wall somewhere with 600 grand cash. Anyway, have a great day.